So we already know, we've mastered the art. We know an organized family committee that one person is only assigned to logistics, and they will call the airline and feed the committee. Some family committees will call us, put us on speakerphone, ask us, are you sure? You mean, you know? So this is also a good example. So we educate them, and now what we are looking at around educating, and together with the funeral homes, what is a funeral home offering as a package? So that when we are referring the approved funeral homes to families to the approved funeral homes, we align. So that we don't say the approved funeral homes are offering the package, the process all the way to the airline. Because the airline's responsibility is a pick and drop, import and export. So this is where we would like to partner with funeral homes to close the gap and also manage the family requirements. I think that's all for now. We also have Port Health. I remember some time back, Port Health also supported us with a process from one of the destinations, and we improved the process by making sure that Port Health is available 24 hours in case of any incident when we are repatriating. Another interesting discussion we were having yesterday was caskets. The quality. In our document we say glass viewing compartment is fragile. So then what? Because we need the glass viewing compartment. So there are the funeral homes, there are those who have come up with a very nice glass, meaning that even if we uplift, it will not break or damage because of the turbulence. But then sometimes we had an incident 2 weeks ago. It broke. But then how do we make sure that do we need to redesign the material because of turbulence? Do we need to, so those are the kind of material. So those are the things we will discuss in detail also when we are visiting the funeral homes, when we are improving the SLAs, when we are doing the standardization. Those are the things that we are going to look at. All these are part of our action items and proposals from the teams. The next slide are the destinations. We have a accompanying package. We've introduced this because we have families that would like to accompany their loved ones. So we're already doing domestic Kenya. Nairobi, Kisumu is picking up very well. Last Friday we did three repatriation from Nairobi to Kisumu on the first flight, 654. They like the morning flight, but most passengers like the midday flight, so that they can arrive around 4 o'clock. So that flight we had 4 families, and then we also have a special package to South Africa and from South Africa, Uganda, Tanzania, Nigeria, India, UK, Juba. This was a request that started coming up in Juba, so we had a meeting also with our passenger team to come up with a package because what now they were doing, they would fly Kenya, repatriate with Kenya Airways and accompany 2 or 3 passengers because that's what they would afford, but then they would use the other airline for the rest of the family. So the accompanying package is picking up. So far since we started last year, around December, because we started with around 4, we are now almost doing 30 passengers per family. So we are converting the masses into air. But again, also for the funeral services, it's becoming interesting because if, let's say, for example, the late that we are repatriating comes from Nairobi. So they even now going home with more people. So those who are doing air and those who are actually doing ground. And then they meet the body in Kisumu or Mombasa. Yes, we have 134 approved funeral homes, and we are looking for more in other destinations. These are our destinations, so we do more direct, and especially in New York. We will talk with the New York team. We have a lot from Boston, and sometimes, actually what happens, they all call our line. Then we refer them to the funeral home. So that means we need a little bit more of visibility. Do we need to go to the diaspora department so that we can also share our contacts in all countries? Do we need to go to the foreign affairs? Do we need to get into committees, family meetings? How do we do that? Benevolent funds from different churches. So that's how we want to proceed as we move along and improve Fusak Dream Initiative and also the international space. Thank you so much, and happy to be here.
I am tempted to ask her to come back again. I just enjoy seeing her around, so who wouldn't want to see her again? Now, please let us give it up to her again. Yeah, why not?
So as a change manager, I have sticky notes. You have any question, and maybe we can't touch what we are having a discussion. Please note it down. We will. And then we will also have a Q&A session. Thank you so much.
You don't mind back again. As she is passing the speaking notes, we are going to have our tea break and photo session. So I don't know which one comes first. Sorry, the tea can wait. That was a very important and critical presentation from Kenya Airways. So I would really like to, if anybody has a burning issue concerning the to do with the repatriation, this is the time.
And engage, because in Kenya there are people who, when they try to use Kenya Airways, they are normally being told you cannot repart the body. Yet they are working in a funeral establishment. And again, there are people we have seen in Kenya, because we have these 9 people. I know they are disturbing a lot in each and every country. Somebody is just calling a phone from the home and he can do repatriation. He doesn't have a company, he's just a broker, but he's making inroads. So what the challenges are, especially whenever we have in Kenya, yes, he has done the repatriation, the body has gone, but who will be responsible? Who do we hold accountable? There is no any, unless I'm being challenged. Because when you go to a hospital, there's always a patient record. Yeah? Even if it's your first time, there must be documentation. When these bodies are being embalmed in respective mortuaries or funeral homes, do they do embalming report? Who embalmed it? At what time? What is the time of death? What is the time of release? What kind of chemicals did they use? What additional issue did they use? These are the things that we want to work with Kenya Airways, so that they be very strict so that you can have a trace of anybody. You say this body, so that it should not be a blame of an institution. Institution plus the person who handled that body. We have had scenario by everybody's running away, then you leave it to the management. It should not be the case. So we want you to come hard and say, yes, this body has left the institution A, but who embalmed it? Not that anybody just embalm and say, this is an embalming certificate. It's very blanket. We want embalming certificate, so and so is the one. I hereby so and so embalm this body at this particular month, hereby find embalming report. Anybody, so this is your moment that you can ask questions, and we also want to add Kenya Airways. We have brought the issue of repatriation. We shall organize with your team so that we take through people the repatriation seminar, so that we only deal with people who are in the embalming areas. Not everybody who is in the funeral industry is an embalmer, because you have funeral directors and embalmers and the morticians. These are different people doing different roles in their respective organization. We also want Kenya Airways. I will come to you so that we take you through all the entire Republic of Kenya and look at the status of each and every embalming facility. You go to a funeral and then look at the embalming room, the preparation. How do they look like? So that you understand, is it the facility in the bank or the person who embalms the body? So anybody with a question? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for the speech. I wanted to find out if I have my remains, my head luggage. Thank you.
No. It goes through the same process because of packaging and also to comply with airline requirements. We have already, IATA has released standard, they've already released a manual called compassionate transportation, and it will follow through the same process. Through approved funeral home, they make sure it is packaged properly, whatever documentation that is required is also part of the package, and then we accept it as an airline. Thank you.
Any other?
Thank you very much, Program Director. Mine was just to quickly inquire, what is the requirement for one to be an approved service provider for Kenyan Airways? Thank you very much. Sorry, maybe the last one. Is there similar seminars that we hold like this, that you hold as cargo carrying or cargo service providers, so that we can also maybe try and attend such things, so we understand what the requirements are, not only for Kenyan cargo, but maybe for other service providers, because sitting in South Africa, that we have a lot of people that are coming from different countries, and we do a lot of feedback from our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Mohammed from Kenya Airways, Mombasa. The first question concerning the approved funeral homes. First, it will mainly be dependent on the country where you come from, because each country has different rates. So that is the most determining factor. But for South Africa, we do have our colleagues. We can share with you our contacts from there. They will be able to assist you. I think how to assist you. It is good for us at this point. We have to take it. South African colleagues and assist them.
Good morning, everyone. Something else that we're going to be doing, we have our QA team that if you are interested in becoming one of the agents, you get in touch with them. They come audit the funeral room or wherever the environment is. some checks they do. So once they're done with the checks, they must finding the law that and they meet the standard as per what they have in their manuals, then you become one of their accredited agents.
And we'll share with you our contacts so that you can start the process.
Oh yeah. I just need to know which document I will need from the family, from undertaker or from the body. Which document?
From the body.
From the body I was seeing some they need passports, some ID certificate, letter from the county, something like that. And from the family, from the undertaker, which document I will need.
Okay, let's go to answer it this way. Each country has different rules for repatriating a body, so it depends on the country of origin and the country of destination. But the most basics one you do have is that you must have a death certificate, you must have a burial permit, you must have the council passport, and also the doctor's report on postmortem, and then we must have if it's international, must have data from the embassy from destination. But explain that they don't have a problem with repatriating the body. Some other countries will need some extras, like in India you must have a yellow fever card, but in other countries you don't need it. Some other countries they must need certificate of non-infectious. Some other countries do not need it, so it's depends where the body is genetic, moving to. But what I've explained at the most is, apart from that also, embalmment certificate from the undertaker or the embodiment funeral homes, yeah, they also need the embalmment certificate, the certificate of
Now, we would like to share that contact from your colleague to us. SD.
And then there are also some destinations I remember when we were repatriating. Also we also have the embassy. And then in this case, the embassy withheld the passport and released the body with the copy. So there's some the embassies retain passports. Go for when the families go for the letter from the embassy. So we have key stakeholders: the embassy when it comes to repatriation, and also the requirements of the government. Also, the government when they are giving okay to forward. We do not, like let's say for example, if we are repatriating from Nairobi to Johannesburg, we send an email to Johannesburg so that Johannesburg can give us an approval, okay to forward. So we do that with different destinations because different governments change their regulatory requirements. So we keep on consulting every 24 hours. We do not accept any repatriation process before we consult with the destination that is receiving. Once we get the okay to fund, we now get an approval. We give the approval also to the funeral home. So that's our process.
After him, there will be the last question from this gentleman here. Okay, these two, and then we will be done for this session.
Thank you. I just want to ask.
A quick one, please, sir.
It's okay. Are there special packaging requirements, or we just wrap it with some material?
Thank you for the question. The coffin normally has some specification because you cannot just pack it like that. There's some lead material that's normally put in the coffin for lead or zinc. Yeah, it's usually lined. Yeah? There's some lining that's supposed to be for international bodies to avoid, just in case it leaks. But then the question also is it embalmed properly before transporting for it to start leaking? Because if it starts leaking, it means it was not embalmed properly. So if we all do our checks during the whole process, if it's embalmed properly, then it's put in the right coffin. You can't just go anywhere and just take any coffin and bring it to the airline. Hence, the reason our QA team come audit to ensure that you have the right material to approve you to be able to
have doctors here, professionals, they'll be in a better position to explain it. That's why we need also the certificate of packaging to confirm that the cassette has been hermetically sealed. If they are sealed inline or inline.
All right.
Side to protect the cassette usually
Next one.
Thank you very much. This is a question, but I hope the price will be less because of the situation that we have in South Africa. We have a lot of Africans who are staying that side, and then those people are having smaller businesses. So if you can help us about the prices to be less, to accommodate our clients to be number one priority. The last one, I had the challenge one of the day. Normally, repatriation is my duty each and every day because when we do repatriation, actually I would say I'm on the borderline. So a lot of people who had the bodies whatever to transfer the bodies to the Lesotho country, they refer to me. So the problem that I had that one other day, the body is where, I don't remember the name of that area, but they said we can take the body from South Africa to Congo. I don't remember the airport of Congo. But the destination where the body is going to is next to Congo. But the problem is an airport there. They can pay or they pay a price of from South Africa until that destination. So the flight company, they said we want, after the payment and everything, we won't send the body there because of that country is not stable. People are fighting there. So how you can help us to into that situation?
I'm going to respond to brief questions so that I give them the opportunities to ask and then we respond once.
Thank you. This is more of a comment than a question. So, I used to be a member of the World Organization of Funeral Operatives. And these guys, what they have done is they have sat down with IATA, they have sat down with the funeral operatives. So I think this is our job now, Chief, as AFFS. Because they've got what they call the World Organization Funeral Operatives passport for the dead. So the passport for the dead has got requirements from the airline, from IATA. So it is going to be sort of standardized from the AFFC point of view. That's where our power comes from. We are going to standardize with you guys the requirements because people are asking medically sealed coffins and things like that. So this is what the AFFC is going to expose to the undertakers to help you because that's not your core business, right? So we will look at your requirements, have our own passport for the dead, and every country at least they've got a guideline of the generic requirements of repatriating or expatriating a body from the association point of view and the airline's point of view. That's my contribution there. I think that will cut a lot of red tape. Instead of you dealing with the different embassies, you deal with the association, because the association already knows what the Congo Republic wants, and whether there is a war. So if there is a war, when they're going to repatriate the boat in the next town or the next country and things like that. So this is our job as AFS, to help you as the airlines to standardize and create a passport for the dead. Thank you very much.
Last one, please.
Thank you so much. Just a quick one. Madam, how do you identify facilities used to repatriate bodies?
All right, when you're ready, whoever is ready,
Okay.
can respond to
We do not identify. It is the funeral homes that come to us. The destinations that, for Kenya we identified, but then now when we are going to other destinations, we look at the list of funeral homes that are available. And most of the time, they're the ones who approach us. Like anytime we have before we have an incident, like now, the way you saw the map, we are now doing a check which destination that we are flying to. Do we have funeral homes there, so that we can also partner with them. And now that we also have Fusak, they will also share with us, this is the best thing that also has happened to us, so that we can use the list of funeral homes and see are they in our database, and if they are not in the database, we now also approach them so that we can help Kenyans and Africans across the world to be repatriated anytime they want to contact the airline. So it's both ways. Yeah.
To add on your question, we do have a Q&A, quality and assurance team in our company, and we also have a medical team in our company. So let's say you have a funeral home and you approach us, you want us to be an approved funeral home. We usually send that to come and put their checks and everything. If you pass the checks, you're good to go. If not, they'll advise you further what is needed, what is not needed, what you need to add, and all the other things.
Okay, so for the destinations that we are not able to repatriate because of war, we always consult government as an airline, and if there is a solution, for example, air-to-air and then ground connection, then we are able to do connection, because we also have tracking, we partner with tracking services. For example, in Europe, we go to London, Amsterdam, and France, but then inside France, there are other funeral homes and other Africans in different small towns. So how do we bring them to connect, like even in the US, how do we bring them to JFK? Because we have direct flights from JFK to Nairobi. So that's what we do. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, go ahead if you wanted to. The one who requested you to do that, please go ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the time that you took to come and be with us here. Now you realize how much you are in demand, and just package yourself, and here we are. We are ready to partner with you in each and every area that seems to be okay with both of us. We thank you for your coming and for your participation. Now we want to take a break. We'll take a tea break. We will exit through that door, and we will find a table out there ready for us. I don't know what time we are having the photo session. before or after, before tea. So where we assemble for the photo session, right behind here. So we walk out, sorry? It's not raining, it's the fun. So we take to our left, we get the photo session done, and then we will proceed for our tea break, and we will be gathered here at exactly 11:30. All right, the class is dismissed. Kindly let us move very, very quickly. We save on time so that we are back again here by exactly 11:30. Kindly let us move with speed. Let us move with speed. We redeem time.
No, bye.